Welcome guys! In this video, we will be taking a look at the DP28, the one and only light machine gun which spawns randomly on the map. So I will tell you everything that I know about this weapon, for example how to use DP28 properly at its full capacity. But first, you need to know few things about DP28. DP28 and AKM are somehow similar even though DP is a machine gun and AKM is an assault rifle, they both share some similarities. Like for example, they both use 7.62 ammunition, and their damage is also almost similar. AKM and DP has almost the same damage, and here is the rest of the damage for DP28. Pause the screen and take a closer look at it. And the bullet velocity or the bullet speed is also identical between DP28 and AKM, which is 715 meters per second, so the bullet drop of DP and AKM will be identical. And most people think that DP28 firing rate is so slow, and that is kinda true in some cases, but it's not that slow as you would think. Once again we will be comparing DP28 firing rate next to AKM to show you that DP28's firing is not that slow as you would think. If we start shooting DP and AKM at the same time with mag size of 30 bullets, then the AKM will finish first by 0.02 seconds faster than the DP28. That's not a big difference, it's just 0.02 seconds faster. Suppose if we shoot 10 bullets, then the difference is not noticeable at all, but if we shoot 20 bullets, then the AKM is 0.01 second faster, and for 30 bullets AKM is 0.02 seconds faster, so DP28 isn't slow as you think. AKM is just some milliseconds faster than DP28, and I think it wouldn't impact that much on performance, so the DP28 rate of fire or the firing rate of DP28 is almost identical to the AKM. And the best thing about this weapon is that it doesn't require any attachments other than a scope attachment. And talking about scopes, I think DP28 and 4x scope makes a perfect combo, but some people prefer to use 3x because it's easier to use. And the 6x scope makes it a bit difficult to control the recoil, so I think 4x is perfect, or it's in between 3x and 6x. This is why DP and 4x is my favorite combo. DP28 is a weapon for everyone, doesn't matter if you are a professional player or a really bad player, this weapon will do the work just fine. And also it doesn't matter if you're a gyroscope player or a non-gyroscope player, controlling recoil is not a big problem with DP28. So here is the recoil pattern of DP28. The first 5 bullets are very accurate to use. And when we compare the spray patterns next to an M416, with and without attachments, you can clearly see that DP28's vertical recoil is almost close to an M416 with optimal attachments. And the DP28's horizontal recoil is way better than the M4. The hip fire accuracy between DP28 and all the assault rifles are almost identical, but the hip fire recoil between AKM and DP28 is a big difference. DP28 has less hip fire recoil and less bullet spread. So DP28 is great at hip firing. I would say DP28 is a decent weapon for close range, and its performance will be similar to an AKM. But the main disadvantage for DP is that its reloading speed. It takes about 5.5 seconds to reload its magazine, which can get you killed sometimes, so I wouldn't recommend using DP28 for close range, but sometimes it's okay to use it anyway. Anyway, here is a small thing that I noticed while editing this video. 5 months ago I compared DP28's Recoil Next to M416. These were the results. DP28's vertical recoil is almost half of the M416, but now the DP28's vertical recoil is almost the same as the M416. If you are a DP28 daily user, then you most likely noticed that your DP sprays are getting worse, and maybe sometimes it's difficult to control. Well, it's not because of you. It's because of the game increasing the recoil of DP28 due to being so overpowered, but it's still powerful enough to destroy the enemies. Only if you know how to burst fire with DP28. If we take a look at DP's first few bullets at the beginning of the spray, the first 4 to 5 bullets has almost no recoil at all. After 5 bullets the recoil starts to increase. So always remember one thing while using DP28. If your target is far, then you need to use burst fire method. It's basically shooting 4 to 5 bullets and giving at least 1 second gap. After that, once again burst fire 4 to 5 bullets and give a 1 second gap. Keep doing until your target is down. Anyway, before I show you the drills to practice the burst fire, let's talk about the sensitivity for DP28. If you are a gyroscope player, then you may have to consider using a separate sensitivity for DP28. My normal gyroscope sensitivity for 4x scope is 300%, and when I use DP, I will change it to 150 to 200% because DP28 has very low recoil, especially if you do burst firing. If you are a non-gyro player, you don't have to worry about the sensitivity, you just have to practice these drills. Eventually, you will get better at controlling DP28. And now to the training drills to practice the DP28. Now try to burst fire at this 100 meters target, shoot only up to 5 bullets, and give a gap between every 5 shots. By the way, aim for the head and try to hit all your shots on the head. And now switch between targets after every 5 bullets, and if you aim for the head, then 5 bullets are more than enough to take down your opponent if you manage to hit at least one headshot and following up by body shots. You can also practice full spray of DP28 only if your target is under 100 meters, otherwise it will be hard to control. And the last ultimate drill is shooting all the targets including the moving ones from the range of 100 meters to 300 meters, example like this. Just practice all these drills until you think you've been improved. So what is DP28 is for? It can handle all the ranges, but it will perform better at mid to long range, especially if you know how to burst fire with DP28. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. I hope you learned something new. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe for more upcoming videos like these. Enjoy my bot gameplay. See you guys in the next video.
Today is real and fabricated? What is wrong? What is my problem? How can I get out of this world that I created? Fighting storms in my head. Don't know where I have been. I'm alone, no one to turn to, no one understands. Away, and I feel like I am someone else. Away, and I feel like I don't know myself, no. Away, and I feel like I don't know my name. And I don't want to live this way. I don't wanna keep on wasting a life. I'm drowning in my head, I'm losing the light. And if you could know, yeah, if I could show you, I don't wanna keep on living this life so faceless.
Marvin Divine, and we back.
Can't nobody tell me nothing. Made it through the rain, I turned nothing into something. No more dealing with their assumptions, cause I do what I gotta do and I know, Can't nobody do it like me. All they do is judge me for who I might be. Maybe if they took some time to pick my mind and see that I'm cooler than living tonight. All I wanna do is live it up with the homies. Everybody's only talking as if they know me, but I guess I gotta face it. I'm so tired of being faceless.
I don't wanna keep on wasting a life. I'm drowning in my head, I'm losing the light. And if you could know, yeah, if I could show you, I don't wanna keep on living this life.
So faceless.